Good morning, everyone. This is Ranger Rob, and welcome to the Ranger Rob Country Living channel. Looks like we have another sparkling day in Central Oregon. Won't be long now. I'm going to have more cherry tomatoes growing in the front, and then I'll have to have John Pearson come over and eat all my tomatoes. So anyway, yeah, so I thought I'd review some of our battle plans this year. So many people I know that are breeders with pigs and stuff like that are all kind of regrouping. Steve Sparks, which is a good friend of ours in Burns, he's tapering down his herd. Caleb over in Missouri, I think is, he's tapering down his operations. He's going to do some traveling. Anyway, I was tapering down a lot of our stuff, but I don't think we're going to be doing that anymore, reducing for our pigs. Reason being is the good friend of ours, Steve Sparks, they've had some really tough medical things going on. So he's got a breeder pair that he's working with John and Debbie on. So they're going to take them, and that sow is pregnant. And then there's a second sow, which is the mom to Annie, our pig, and she's pregnant, and we're going to take her. So I'm going to have a set of piglets coming from that sow, and maybe I don't know with our Maggie whether or not she's got piglets coming or not. So we may be going gung-ho with having piglets available in October or November to sell. And so if you're interested in getting piglets for your property, you can get them from either us or Debbie and John, and raise them yourself, and butcher them 8 months to 10 months after that. Well, actually 8 months basically. So it would be before the summer. So you could stock up your freezer really good there. I want to remind you, I have one feeder, full size, ready to go right now. So if you're interested in having a pig or fresh pork in your freezer this summer, you can order that pig. And you want to do that in July, because it's going to get real hard to get pigs into the processor because of all the county fairs and stuff. Anyway, so that kind of tells you what we're doing. We're going to have lots of piglets later in the year, and we'll have lots of cuteness for you too. Also, I'm going to be reducing my laying hens by about 5 birds, just to bring it down a little bit. I have 14 right now and a mean rooster. Anyway, I just want to bring it down to like 8 and 10 between there, so I don't have so many eggs. So anyway, if you're interested in some laying hens that are doing a really good job, let us know. And if you're interested in a pig right now, a feeder that is ready to process now, I have one left, let us know. And if you're interested in piglets in late fall, give us a holler, because we'll have some then. So that's the battle plan. So my pig herd and process will pretty much be the same as last year, except it's running later. But we're still going to keep all this shut down for hydroponics, still do tomatoes, reduced what's going on up front. Because we would like to travel a little bit more too. And but I want to automate more of my paddocks and stuff for the pigs and the chickens too. So when I have a farm setter come over here, things are very easy to maintain the animals. So yeah. So, because Sherry's still not going to be retired for another 2 years, so yeah, we can kind of keep up the animals the way we are, and but reduce a little bit of the gardening, and only raise the things we really, really love. And yeah, so I think that's the plan. So yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about what we want to do here in with the farm. So this is kind of a farm tour, a little bit of some of the things we're going to modify. So I stopped in here real quick. Let's see, 93 degrees in here, so it's definitely warming up. It's still morning, and big plants in here are doing really well. I have been trimming them, taking off the suckers, and yeah, so they're looking pretty good. And then the little plants are coming along just great. So yeah, it's going to be a good year for tomatoes. And yeah, and I'm glad that's the only ones I'm taking care of. And I notice I got a fan out over here, and don't know why. We'll go check it out. Alright, so one of the things I wanted to talk about was these chickens and my mean rooster. Is thinning some of my my hens down, just because I got too many. And the other thing is automating or making it where they're fed for at least 4 days at a time. So making an automated feeder for their crumbles would be nice. So and then my water containers, if I start using the big ones again, will last a few days. So when I want to go somewhere for a weekend or something, the chickens are good for a couple of days without a setter. So yeah, so that's the plan with them. Couldn't help but notice that the new pup is definitely enjoying the pond, the little pool basically. So I think it's just a matter of time before she starts submerging herself. But yeah, glad she enjoys that. And yeah, but once again, the German Shepherd wants nothing to do with it. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, what we're going to modify, is we'll probably not do meat birds next year. So we won't be dealing with the chicken tractor. That could change, but we'll go from that. And then the new pig that's coming in won't be till like July 22nd. So one will be kept in here, the feral pen, and then the other side's if Maggie happens to get pregnant while she's over there with Sparky. And then that's it for piglets. However, we'll probably look at the other pig. Oh, hello. What the heck? Hey guys. Jeez, dogs are crazy. So Annie, we want to get bred at least by next spring, and then Zelda too. But we may thin the herd out a little bit on our breeders, and yeah, so that's up in the air. But until then, we're going to keep full out doing what we've been doing, and yeah, we'll deal with it as it comes. So alrighty, and what we need to do for automation is to put in barrels, water barrels in here with the nipple feeders on them, waterers, so we can keep water out here a lot longer. without always having to, guys, stop, without always, dogs are nuts today, without having to keep coming out here. The only problem we'd have is keeping the wallows filled up. So I think I could automatically do that with timers once a day to fill the wallows. So whenever we have a farm setter come over here, you know, they just have to kind of top off everything. So yeah, so this year's gonna be focused or more towards the fall, getting this place a little bit more automated and easier for a farm setter to come in and take care of our animals every once in a while, and keep it easy. So yeah, so that's the plan. All right, guys, right here is the pig that is a feeder that's ready to go. She's going to be dressing out well over 200 pounds, and yeah, so if you're interested, she can be purchased right now. She can be processed right now, and you can have them in your freezer within a couple of weeks. So nothing, we're talking about some very high quality meat, Idaho pasture pig, and yeah, and the other two here are breeders, and so they're not being processed. But anyway, we definitely got to get her moved, definitely before we have piglets. So yeah, give us a holler. Just contact us on Facebook or whatever, and we'll tell you details. The other thing I wanted to remind our viewers is Central Oregon Grown.com is now turned on. So if you're interested in some the try Idaho pasture pig pork, which is delicious, and you just want to buy a little bit, we sell it online now, and you can come here and pick it up. So it'd be free delivery then, but we can deliver it to your location within a 50-mile radius, but there is a fee. So the best thing to do is put in your order, pick it up here, and yeah, and save yourself some shipping. Anyway, but that's CentralOregonGrown.com. It's online, it's brand new, so give it a try, check it out, and we're still tweaking it, but the difference is there. You should be able to use a credit card, but you can come directly here, not go through the site, pick out what you'd like to buy, and it's all USDA graded pork, and go from there. So yeah, let us know. Well, it's been kind of interesting kind of watching the different farms and homesteads that we monitor, and I think it's been for the year 2003, it's been kind of interesting to watch. A lot of farms and homesteads seem to be reevaluating what their priorities are. Like ours is reducing some of the gardens, but trying to decide how far we want to go with our pigs. And I think we're going to kind of stay the same. And not aggressive though, but we keep our stock kind of going the way it is, so we can have as many piglets as we want. But if not, we've got plenty of room to rotate our pigs. We got more than enough acreage. Got a whole area back here we haven't even touched yet. But yeah, I think between people's time and cost to I mean, like for example, I went to buy pig feed and I couldn't get my hog 14. I had to buy hog 19 because they ran out. So feeding our animals is harder. Sometimes the supply is not there, and sometimes the cost. Now we're down to about $100 a week feeding our animals, and we're going to get it down a little bit more, but it's going to go right back up when we get piglets and stuff coming. But so it's not a cheap endeavor, and that's also why pork or beef or whatever you see out there is not cheap. The other thing I didn't mention is we also sell whole chickens from our place here. We can sell them from here. Anyway, they average between 4 and 5 pounds, whole chickens, and we raised them on our place here. And yeah, so if you like to get try 1 or 2 whole chickens grown here, that they're Red Rangers, and yeah, they're really good. So anyway, all of us are kind of crunching the numbers, crunching our time. I also find that a lot of people I know are of the same age as me and Sherry, so we're also kind of saying, hey, you know, we're going to put our efforts into what we enjoy the most and try to enjoy life a little bit, not overwork it, and make this enjoyable but not too much work. So anyway, yeah, it's important that you're doing what you can afford to do, that you have time to do, and you have the resources to do. And we hope we're kind of pass it on that Sherry and I, we have the flexibility of going heavy or light in anything we were doing here, but the most of it is common sense. Yeah, so trying to get the battle plan for the year, trying to make the winter fairly easy to handle. Oh yeah, Sherry's towers are looking real good. You know, the flowers in here, and we're still kind of coming up with our battle plan for automatic waterers for this. But yeah, starting to look real pretty. And what you doing, Abby? You like that pool? And of course, the conventional garden. Lettuce is growing like crazy, and it's kind of warming up, so I think a lot of the lettuce wants to go to seed, which is not surprising. Strawberries are amazing. Bush beans are coming along really good. They're starting to show flowering right here. So just a matter of time. Lettuce is right here. Still a lot of good edible lettuce. Some of it's going to seed. We'll pull that, give it to the pigs. But strawberries are doing just wonderful. So lots of strawberries this year. All the peas are starting to bloom a little bit. We're getting flowers. So we got snow peas and sugar peas, and they're coming along great. Happy about that. And we didn't get the potatoes planted, but we had some leftover potatoes, so I think we'll just live with what's left there. Spinach is done. This is all the giant radishes, which is just ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And we're actually starting to get carrots now. And so yeah, Abby got her first carrot yesterday. She loves them. But yeah, look at this lettuce. So still a lot of great lettuce in here, but it's showing signs of some of it bolting, and I'm not surprised with it warming up. So yeah, this is where all the spinach was. It started going to bolting, and we had a couple of bean plants, and they took pretty good, and looks like they're showing signs of flowering. So yeah, now our corn, like I said, we didn't weed real hard, but we have 3 rows of corn here, and the 4th row is sunflowers, and then the corn is actually coming up. It's hard to see with all the other things growing in here, but the corn is coming up. So like I said, we didn't put a heavy effort into doing corn, but there'll be plenty for Sherry and I were doing 2 rows of candy corn and 1 row of bodacious, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's what's going on. Didn't plant anything out here. However, I am going to put some tomatoes, plants that I have in the green room along the trellis back here. So we'll probably have at least some tomato plants back here. But yeah, we didn't plant anything in the center section, and we're perfectly happy with that. So anyways, that's the latest report on the plans here. And gosh, look at all these strawberries in here. Just tons of strawberries. And yep. So yeah, the other thing is Abby loves strawberries, so now she's learning how to put her feet up on the edge here and get strawberries by herself. But she likes strawberries. So guys, that's all I have for today. Please take the time to like and subscribe and share our videos as we kind of work on our plans and our modifications. And the weather has started getting a little bit warmer, and so yeah, please leave comments below, say hello, tell us what's going on in your gardens and your farms and your homesteads, or what you're planning on doing in the future. We'd love to hear from you. So anyway guys, have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.
This video is made possible by RangerRob Poopy Bags, available in Amazon right now.
RangerRob, country living.